And I thank God for it because of God's goodness and His grace and His mercy and His love is the reason why I'm up here today. So give God all the honor, the praise, and all and everything, and to Pastor Samuel as well, my mom as well. I know she's shouting up in heaven that I'm up here. Okay, so today we talking about great grace requires great stewardship. Budgeting 102. And before I start, I just want to say um, something I've seen over and over again. Not just in my personal life, but also I've been working in finance for a long time, and I've seen it over and over and over and over again. I've seen people make good money, steady income, benefits, opportunities, and but still feel broke every month. Not because they didn't have enough, it's because they don't have a system. Uh, and I've seen the opposite. People with less income, but more structure, more discipline, more awareness, and somehow they had peace. Their bills are handled. They're not panicking. They're not guessing where their money went. And that's when it clicked to me. It's not about how much you make. It's about how well you manage what you have. Uh, a lot of us are asking God for increase. God, give me more, open doors, bless me financially. But the real question is, what would happen if he did it today? So what would you do if God gave you everything you needed financially today? What would it bring? Would it bring peace or would it bring chaos? um, because more money doesn't automatically bring peace. Without structure, it brings pressure. Like they say that song say more money, more problems. uh, right, more bills, more money. People get more money, they go automatically. I want a new car, new house, new job, new all this. That's more bills. You get a bigger house. You know how much more money that is? If you was paying 1,100, now you went to 2,000. If you don't budget that money out, that money gonna be gone. All right, and that's why this session matters because budgeting isn't just a number on a page. It's stewardship. It's alignment. It's how we position ourselves to not just to receive, but to sustain what God has already prepared for us. So I ask this question again. You go on to the next slide. Okay, if God increased your income tomorrow, what would your system would your system support it? So whatever system you have in place now, if God gave you everything you need today or tomorrow, say tomorrow you wake up $1 million in your bank account, is your system that you already have set up, is it ready for it? Are you ready for it? Most people pray for increase, but don't prepare for it. Uh, if more money should show up today, would you create peace or would it create chaos? Today is about building systems that can sustain increase. So we don't want to just get the money, get the money, get the money, get the money. But if we don't have no system in place, the money's gonna go. You can have $1 million tomorrow and be gone by the end of the week. So what was the deal? What was the point of having that money if it's gonna be gone? You want money to last for generations, a generation. You want uh, a residual income. You want your money to work for you, not you work for the money. All right, so we based on the scripture foundations for the conference today, for the year, great goodness, great glory, and great grace. So the references are Psalms 31, 19. It says that God has already prepared us for goodness. Haggai 2:9, his promises, he promises greater glory. Psalms 84:11, he withhold no good thing. Acts 4:31 through 34, grace was on the community and they had no lack. And Romans 5:17, and we are all called to reign in life. That's what he called us to reign. All right, great goodness. Knowing your numbers. Nobody likes knowing their numbers. Nobody likes to hear about numbers. So you gotta know what gross and net income is. Your gross is your what you make, and your net is after they done took out everything else. We want to make the gross, and we want to live in the gross, right? That's what we want, the gross. Net is what after everybody done took everything else. You done got your insurance, your whatever you have coming out your check. That's your net after everything comes out. So net income is what you actually have, what comes into your bank account, and gross is before. But we want to live in the gross. Okay, so fixed income is like the same every month. So like a fixed thing is the same thing every single month. So we know that if you have a mortgage or rent, it's the same thing. Okay? So fixed stays the same. Examples: rent, mortgage, car payments, insurance, phone bills, subscriptions. Fixed expenses are predictable. They don't surprise you. They show up at the same time every month. Okay? That's nothing new. Okay, then there's variable expenses. Okay, these are expenses that fluctuate depending on your habits of choice, like your groceries, your gas. As you can see now, gas done went up 20 cents. So that's a variable because it doesn't change. Variable means change. It's not going to stay the same. Eating out, you like to eat out. That's you want to eat out all the time. That's a change. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be $20 every time you go out to a restaurant. You can't. You can't put. That's a variable cost. Shopping. You want to go shopping. That's not going to be the same thing every time you go out the door. You wish it would be. It would be $20 every time you walk down. Now that would be great. And then entertainment. You want to go out. You want to travel. That's not going to be the same thing. Personal care. All that stuff is variable costs. It's all changing. It doesn't stay the same. Variable expenses are where most of our money leaks happen. So, because we can't count it. We budget for $50 to go spend at the grocery store, come out with 75. Now we done lost $25. We only planned for 50. Now we done spent more money. Fixed. The key difference between both of those: fixed expenses are committed. Variable expenses are controlled. Okay. Which one do you think causes the most financial stress? Now you can't always change your rent overnight, but you can always change how you eat out every week. You can't change the rent, but you can change how you eat out. All right, fixed expenses are structure, and variable expenses are discipline. You have to be disciplined. That's a key thing. But anything you do, you have to have a system. You have to have discipline. Now, I always say budget is not fun. I mean, when you first start, you're like, oh my God, here we go. But the more you do it, the more you'll save. You'll see the money increase. If you want to change your financial life quickly, start with variable expenses. Start with what you can control, because fixed you can't control. You can't control your rent or your mortgage. That's set in stone. Now, I will say light bills can be variable or they can be fixed. Now, why I say that? Because there's always something. There's a thing on you can do budget. What's it called? A fix. It's like a fixed light bill. Now they do offer that, but it's like a summary of what you spent, and they do a overall cost, and they'll go for like a whole year, and then then the next year they'll look at it again and see what it can be. All right, so identifying spending leaks. So you need to figure out, where is your money going? Where's the money going? Now you just said I'm only spending 50. I spent 75, so that's one. That's a leak. So we need to learn how to control our spending. I know budgeting is not fun. It's not going to be fun at first, but once you do it, I'm telling you, you'll see more and more and more. The only reason why I say that is because I've been budgeting for a long time, and I've seen the increase. I've seen the change. It works, but you just got to be disciplined. You got to have a structure. You got to have a system. Because without a system or structure, you just spending money. You don't know where the money going. Then you looking at your bank account like, well, where my money went? Wherever you put it at. Most people don't have money problems. They have a visibility problem. They don't have money. Right. Right. So there's a 30-day track 30 days of spending. Try that. I'm telling you. Print out. You only have to. You can start today. You can even go from your last statement. Print your bank statement off. That helps too. Categorize what you're spending. Look what you're spending at. If it's mostly food, then hey, we can cut back on the food. You can start cooking. There you go. You save money when you go to the store and you budget out what you want to spend for the month. Go to the store, get them groceries. Now, I meal prep. I don't always like eating the same thing, but it's worth it. You're supposed to. You save money at the end of the month. Because every time you go out, y'all and my sister, I love my sister dearly, but that's why I started budgeting mostly. That she was my cause of budgeting because y'all, me and my sister worked beside each other. Sherry would come in. She got breakfast. She done went to Chick-fil-A. That's $10, $15. Lunch, $15 to $30. Dinner, 20 plus. Think about it. That's almost $75 to $100 a day. A day. This is during the week. So you spend almost $500 during the week on food. Not even that. Not that's just extra. So you must have an extra $500 laying around. So we're gonna spend all that money every week. So think about it. A month. That's $2,000. All that money you could have spent. You could have put up for a fund or put up in emergency funds or something. So, okay, feelings don't balance accounts. Facts do. Remember that. The way you feel, it don't balance you. It don't balance your account. So we go on to the next one. All right. Budgeting 102 variance. Plan versus actual. Now I want y'all to look at that little screen up there. I don't know if y'all can see it that good, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay? So this is what separates budgeting 101 from 102. A budget is not a set it and forget it. You just can't set a budget and be like, oh, we're good. It's every month you should be asking what changed. See if anything changed. Did it happen? Did it shift? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, with fixed and variable expenses, they change. Fixed is the same, variable changes. So it could be a change in one of your bills that change. Now you need to know what you need to do next month to cover that last bill or what you need to spend less to cover the bill. Did you overspend on food? Unexpected expense? Poor planning. Okay, so the next one is plan versus actual. All right, plan is what you intended to spend. Okay, so that's what you actually intended to spend. Actual is what you really spend. So the difference between is called variance. Okay, that's where variance comes in. If you have a plus, that means you overspent. Okay, that's not a good thing. We want to be in the negative. Negative means you stayed under. So, for example, it says your categories, you got your categories, your plan, your actual, and your difference. So food, you had planned $400 for the month, but you actually spent $550. So you went over $150. So that was, then we got gas. We planned, is that 200? Yeah, we planned 200, spent 180. That's like I said, the actual what we spent. So now we got a plus of $20. So now we got, and you know what you can do with that $20? Put it in savings. Put it somewhere. Then we got shopping. That's always the hard part, boy. We plan only $100. Like we go on a church trip, we go some trip, we go on vacation. All right, y'all got $500 to spend. I ain't spending over that. Come back from vacation, somehow we done spend $1,000. Now we in the negative. So what are we doing? Your budgeting is not failing, it's revealing. Okay, that's what budgeting does. It reveals. It shows you exactly what you're doing, where your money is going, because you want to know where your money is going. Most people, they make a budget once, ignore it, and feel broke anyway. They make it once. But for budgeting 102, we must review and adjust our spending. A budget is not a one-time decision. It's a weekly conversation. Now, y'all, I watch my bank like I watch the Bible, watch it religiously. Like I'm always looking at it to see where the money's going. Got to know where it's going. Like I said, it's a weekly conversation. It's not like you just said it today and like tomorrow and next month and say, "Oh, I'm good," right? But the process is to keep it simple. Plan, align, sign each dollar. Watch where your money actually goes. Review, compare plan versus actual, and then adjust. Fix it for the next week or the month. If you don't check your money will check you. That's true. So what you can do is like write down like one area that I overspent, and you can watch. That's one thing you can do. Look at your bank statement. I'm telling y'all, that's the best thing you can look at. And if you don't use a bank, I mean, you can use your bank, but also if you have credit cards, because people love credit cards, but they don't like to pay them back. It's not free money. It is not free money. Okay, credit cards not free money. So when you're looking at your credit card, and it's okay to use a credit card because I believe in what I've learned now. It gets you a cash back credit card that can actually cover your most of your expenses that can be paid on credit card. Now, mortgage cannot be paid on mortgage and rent cannot be paid on credit. You can't pay credit with credit. Okay. I know people want to do that, but I wish they would because you know you're gonna pay it back. But you can take like your security bill, your phone bill, your light bill, your water bill can be paid on credit card. Because this is what I do. Any other activities, but what you do is you pay it anyway. Pay it on your credit card, on your cashback credit card. Then when it's time for the bill to be paid, put all that money that you was gonna pay anyway on the credit card for those bills, and that's how you get cashback rewards. Because you're spending money that you already had planned to do it, right? Right. You got to get you a credit card that will cover what you need. Besides, it won't cover mortgage and it won't cover anything that's credit. Won't cover credit. Won't cover credit. But if it's one that you can use, like lights, of course, lights work. But all right. So what did you budget, and what did you actually spend, and why is there a difference? Those are questions you need to be asking yourself. That's what I ask myself. I always, like I said, I look at my bank statement, I look at my account. I'm looking to see what's coming in, what's going out, what's coming out every month. And like I said, with my credit card, I already put like it's like the credit card's like set and forget it because at the end of the month, when I get paid at the beginning of the month, whatever I already spent that I already had planned out, these are the bills that are coming out anyway. I just go ahead and pay it the first of the month. And it's not no, you don't get a credit card and pay because that's another thing, principal versus interest. You don't get a credit card and pay only like $5 or the minimum. Y'all, when you pay the minimum, the principal is eating it up. Okay, do never pay the minimum. That's eating it up. So if your minimum is $25 and you pay $25, interest usually takes about 15, and you're paying 10. So you're gonna be paying 10, but you're paying 25. So you losing $15 every month. You pay 25. So what will you adjust next month? The bottom line is review weekly, adjust monthly. That's it. Next slide. All right. Great glory plans for increase. Now every month we plan for increase. We thank God for the increase, increase, increase. But are we truly planning for increase? We love the idea of increase, but not the responsibility. But we love that money though. All right, we're talking about sinking funds and emergency funds. Emergency funds is peace, sinking funds is preparation. So does anybody know the difference between sinking and emergency? Okay. Give me 1 second. Just pull up my notes. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm coming. All right, so emergency funds are money that you set aside for things you didn't see coming. All right, like stuff like we don't see a job loss coming, right? We can't prepare for that. It just happens. Or medical emergencies if something come up big, or the car breaks down unexpectedly, or urgent home repairs, or anything that comes up as an emergency, you didn't plan for this, it just came. Okay? An emergency of funds for life happening unexpectedly. Um, the goal for the emergency funds is at least to get 3 to 6 months of funds. So, like for your house, for your say if you lost your job tomorrow, you want at least 3 months that you don't have to worry about it. So when you're in between jobs, you don't have to be scared. Like, oh God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right? What am I do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go run and go try to find something. All right. Seeking funds is plan money set aside for you for things that you know are coming. For example, like I said, sinking funds like car. You know your car payment's coming. It comes every month. We know that's coming. Unless you already paid it off, it's coming. um, travel. Say if you want. Say if you want to do holidays, Christmas. Now, like I said, people know Christmas comes every single year, right? It is not. It doesn't change. Every year, Christmas is coming. So why not prepare for it? Now, a good one that I suggest is an app that you can get. It's called Acorn. I've been using it for a couple of years now, and I started off with five. Then I started, and you can go in increments of $5. It'll automatically take money out of your account every week. You can do it every month. You can do it however you want to, but it can start off as low as $5, and it takes the money and invests it for itself. Acorn, but I use Acorn to do my Christmas shopping. So every month it's taking money out of my account. Every week it's taking money. So when Christmas comes up, I'll be like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use another credit card to go. Now we don't want to use a credit card to go get Christmas because now we gotta. Now that's unexpected expenses. I mean, we should have expected Christmas expenses, but you know what I'm saying? We don't want to use stuff we don't have to use if we already plan for it. You can plan for Christmas. Right now, I'm planning for Christmas, right? The money is just coming out every week. It's like, and when you got like stuff automatically coming out, if you already know about it, it's like you don't remember. You know what I'm saying? It's easier if it just comes out your account. It's easier, but like I said, by Christmas you're gonna be straight. And then you got holidays. You know, you got vacations you want to plan. Go ahead and put some money aside. Let's prepare for our wealth. You know, prepare for it. Car maintenance. You know, your car has to be. That's another shrinking sinking fund. You know that has to be. You know your car has to be maintenance. It doesn't. You don't get a car and it's good for life. You wish, but those are expenses that we know that are coming. Your birthday. You know your birthday coming up. Anybody's birthday coming up. You know their birthday coming up. Go ahead and plan for it. Uh, Sinking funds turns expected expenses into planned payments. The key difference is if you know it's coming, it's not an emergency. So let's see. Emergency funds is unexpected. Sinking funds are planned. Timing. Emergency funds are a surprise, but sinking funds is known. For examples, job loss and accident are emergency funds. Shrinking funds examples are holiday and travel. The goals for emergency funds is protection, and the goals for sinking funds is preparation. Okay, so you got to plan for irregular expenses and avoid lifestyle inflations. So a lifestyle inflation could be the gas. Yeah, that was inflation. We wasn't, that didn't, we didn't, that wasn't planned. That came out of nowhere. It wasn't our fault, but it still come. But if we already prepared, we don't have to worry about gas being so high. We'll be like, oh my gosh, here go gas going up $10. I'm like, the gas go up $10 now. We're gonna have to pray about that. We're gonna have to work from home. All right, more money exposes poor management. All right, you can go to the next slide. All right, structure creates glory. Okay, so walking discipline. Okay, you got to have discipline, y'all. Whatever you do, you have to have discipline. It's a daily decision. It's like, do I want to spend this money? Do I need to spend this money? Do I have the money? Did I pay that bill already? Is it already paid or is it not paid? It's a daily decision because you have a choice. It's your choice to spend that money or not. But if you already have it in place, if you already have the discipline, you don't have to worry about it. If you already have that meal prep ready, you ain't got to go out for lunch. You ain't got to go out for breakfast, no lunch, and dinner's already at the house ready for you. See? And you can get snacks too. That way you ain't gotta be hungry through the day. See? Discipline. All right. And then you need systems. Okay, systems are in place for um, repeatable processes. Like put a system in place, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. At some point, you will see an increase. But if you don't start it, it won't work. You can't complain about it if you ain't started. And don't give it a week and be like, oh, it's not working. We ain't ever started anything and it worked in one, you know what I'm saying, in 1 week. It's just you got to keep doing it over and over. The way you learn something, the way we learn something, what we do, we keep doing it repetitive. Do it over and over and over and over again. And at some point, it will work. It does work. Okay. Then you got to have strategy, intentional planning, not just planning anything. Just be like, oh, I'm going this place, I'm going this place. But be intentional about whatever you're spending, whatever you're doing. Be intentional about it. Don't let it slip from you. All right. The next one is consistency. Long-term results. See, if you keep being consistent in what you're doing, you're gonna get those results. But don't look for them tomorrow. You can't start today and look for it tomorrow. It's not gonna work like that. Okay. Increase without structure. Increase without structures create chaos. Success is not random; it's structured. So when you see most people that are successful, they plan for this stuff. They worked hard. You know what I'm saying? They worked. The more you plan, the more you align yourself with what you're supposed to be doing, the more it works out. It'll work out, but you have to work it. You have to be consistent in everything you do. All right. All right. Great grace, reign in life. So that is the goal. That's what God wants us to have to be. He wants us to reign in this lifetime. All right. And that's the reference is the Romans 5:17. Okay, debt, snowball, or avalanche. Okay. So debt snowball versus debt avalanche. Um, Debt snowball is how it works is pay off small debt first, make minimum payments on everything else, roll the payments into the next debt. So for example, 500 goes to 21 goes to 1,200. Now it's at 5,000 because we just keep rolling the money. Okay, why people choose it? Because it's quick wins. It's building momentum, feels encouraging. But snowball isn't just about behavior; it helps you stay consistent. So with me, mm, I have okay. So if I have a list of credit cards that I'm paying down, like I put up, I encourage y'all to use Excel. Excel is a good tool for you to help with your tracking your spending, building budget plans. Excel is perfect. Now I've listed all. Now you gotta list the real number. Now some people list, okay, I only owe a little bit. No, go on your. The best way you can go on is go on the statement and see what is owed. Now put all the listing down and see whatever extra money that's coming in. Say if you have extra $100, put it on the credit card. Go ahead and get it paid down, even if you already paid it down. You know what I'm saying? Not paid it down, but already paid for that month. If you have, like I said, budget is sacrifice. It's about sacrificing for because guess what? Once you pay those credit cards off or bills or whatever, guess what? All that money is extra. Now you can put that extra money in your savings. You can put half on the bill. You can put half in your savings. Whatever extra, put it up. Do something about it. Pay a bill or pay extra on a bill, not pay the bill, but pay extra on the bill. All right. So debt avalanche is how it works: is pay off high interest rate first, save more money long term, minimize minimum payments on the rest. Examples: credit card is like you pay 24%. Personal loans you pay 12. Car you pay 6%. Why people choose this? Because it saves the most money, faster mathematically. Avalanche is about effective efficiency. It saves you money over time. The key difference is snowball keeps you going. Avalanche saves you money. Okay, so how to choose which one? If you struggle with consistency, snowball. Yes. No, it's just an example. Car payment, car loan 6%. Six. Yeah, no, and that's just extra. Because like I said, it's like on payments, it's interest versus principal. And you know how you pay something? They say, "Oh, do you want to put more towards your principal?" Yes, because that's going to help it come down. Because once that interest, because what after you pay it, it's gonna go through right, and then interest gonna hit. So now it just went right back up. Okay, they don't tell you about that until after you see the statement. Like, oh, let's no, you don't. The interest ain't hit yet. The interest comes, so you put more towards your principal because it goes to the actual bill. Interest goes to them. That's their money. That's how they stay in business so long because they got you. All right. So we want to be percentage based budgeting. That's another thing you can do. This is where you assign percentage of your income instead of amount. So you can put a percentage amount. So every dollar has a note. Has a row. Sorry. For example, 50% to 60% is needs. That's house, bills, and food. 10 to 15% is savings. 10% is giving, of course. You got to put that on top. You got to give. And 10% to 20% is wants and lifestyles. Instead of asking how much do I spend, ask what percentage am I living on. Your lifestyle should not grow faster than your discipline. So if you live in this fast life, you're gonna get those results of fast life. Fast life living is more debt if you're not structured. Okay, so intentional giving is making sure that we be intentional giving. Now we know our tithe is 10%, right? If you want budgeting to work, if you want your finance to work, the most important thing to do is tithe. Okay, that's what that's the key. Without the key, the car won't start. So if you don't have the keys, you ain't got nothing. But I'm telling you, tithing works. That's what works for us. Okay, you go on to the next slide. All right, community. All right, so we're gonna build a community with our with our budgeting. Now, if you read Acts 31 through 34, you'll see that there was you'll notice no lack. Uh, you'll notice that no lack wasn't just spiritual; it was practical. They shared, they communicated, they supported each other. Okay, so accountability of partner. Now, you want somebody that you can trust. Okay, they can trust with your finances. That they won't look at you like you're crazy. You want somebody that will hold you up accountable, not just be like, "Oh, girl, you got it. Go ahead and spend it. It's okay. Don't even worry about it." If you hear somebody say that, run, because more than likely they not on that same thing. Okay, and you want to when you and financial transparency is in safe spaces. So you want to be with the person that you trust. You want to be able to be like, okay, say this is what I make, and this is what my bills are. But you want to be a safe space. Now you don't want, like I said, if you hear somebody saying, "Oh, it's okay, you got it, girl. Don't even worry about it. You got it." Run. Okay, go the other way. More than likely, they not even watching what they spend. Right. So, and you also can share wisdom, like with people when you talk to people when y'all have partners, you can share your wisdom. You can share your ups, your downs, what God has given you, um, the word that God's given you. You can share it with them because the way we grow is that we share. But you have to have a safe space and build a community and have a county partner. All right. And that it also helps eliminate silent struggles because some people will not say that they're struggling. They won't admit that, okay, yeah, I'm struggling. They'll just be silent about it, like, oh, I don't want nobody to know. But if I don't know, how can I help you? Because I might have some knowledge that you might need to help you. or I might have been through it already. That I can help you, give you what God given me to give to you. But if you don't say nothing, like I said, closed mouths don't get fed. So bottom line is isolation breeds financial stress. So if you want to be by yourself, quiet, and not talking to nobody, you're gonna be stressed out. All right, but community builds financial strength. So if you have a community, that people that you can trust, that you can build, you'll you'll build strength. Next slide. All right, so now we always get to self assessment. Now listen when you have to ask yourself. It's just you versus you, you and God and you. Ask your own self. Do I know my exact monthly outflow? So do I know what's coming out? Am I planning for increase? Am I reacting or am I reigning? So those are three questions that you should ask yourself. Okay. Like I said, this is between you and you. No judgment, just awareness. Where, and you can ask yourself, where am I avoiding responsibility? Where do I need structure? That's what I ask myself. All right. All right. 90-day financial challenge. Ooh, 3 months. 3 months to get ourselves together. Let's get it together. Now I'm going to join too. Okay. What you write down is one habit to stop, two, one system to build, and three, one financial goal to hit in 90 days. So you got to write down three things. One habit to stop. I know mine. Spending extra, going shopping. Say I like to go. I like to go shopping. Everything I see is like, oh, it's only $20. Now I love sales. So sales gets me. So stop looking at sales. That's my one habit to stop. One system to build. Whatever kind of budgeting system you want to build, either in Excel, you can even write it down on paper, y'all. You can write all your bills in the due dates. That's a good thing to write down. A visual is good for you to have. Every month I write down all my bills and when I know exactly what's coming out of my credit card because those are the bills that are coming out of my credit card. And always write out your tithe because you gotta pay God first before you pay anything. Now, one thing I will say, if you get direct payment, direct hit, when your money come in, if you don't pay your tithe, I advise you just go ahead and transfer the money to your savings. That way you already took God's money out. You ain't even gotta worry about it. So when you go to church or if you pay it online or however you pay it, you can go ahead and pay it. Because automatic bills gonna keep coming. So you want to pay God first. You want to make sure you get that money out. So we don't have to worry about that. And then let's see, one financial goal that you want to hit in 90 days. So just think about it. What do you want? What do you want to pay down? What do you want to save up? What do you want to accomplish in 90 days financially? All right. Uh, change doesn't start. Change doesn't happen in a moment. It happens with decisions. Don't write down what sounds good. Write what you will do. Okay, so don't write down just anything. Okay, pray about it and then start it. Okay, be honest. Don't be like a fairy tale. Like, oh, I can do this. I can save $1,000 in 90 days. Now, if you really can't do that, don't do that. If your goal is to save $100, just a hundred. Start low. You don't. But if you can save it. But don't be realistic. Don't be in a cloud like unrealistic. Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna declare some things. Okay. This is what we will do. Okay. All right. I will not mismanage what God has blessed me with. I will steward with wisdom. I will reign in great grace. So that's just something you can speak over yourself. Okay. All right, I think that is all for that's the last slide. Okay. All right. Oh, and one more thing, y'all. I will say this, okay? Um, how to budget. I'll just end with this. Um, like I said, years ago, I was listening to a lady online. I don't know how I found the lady, but when I found her, I started listening, and that's how I started budgeting. And now this lady went from a kindergarten teacher to a multi-millionaire, and she's called the Budgetnista. When she first started, she was working kindergarten, but now she's a millionaire. She teaches all over the world. So, and the key thing she gave me was the money list. Create a list of your spending habits. That's one. Two, show me the money. How much does each expense cost you monthly? Three, money is in the bank. Money in the bank begins saving. Subtract your expenses from your income. Four, label expenses. Put a B for bills, which is fixed, like rent, lights, credit cards, hospital, cell phones. A UB for utilities, up and down bills, and C for cash, what you can control. Five, reduce your spending. Identify ways that you can lower each expense. And then six, define your dollar. Open multiple bank accounts and assign your money to each account. One, you can have, she said, have four different accounts. One for the deposit and spending accounts. Two for bills and accounts. Three for savings, and more than one. And even you can use one for online. And four, you can have for whatever you like to do. So I definitely believe in that. Having multiple accounts, putting money all over the place, you ain't got to worry about it. You won't have to worry about it. I'm gonna hand the mic over back to Quanisha.
Right. Well, praise God. So at this time, we will do a small Q&A, okay? We do have a few minutes before we take our 10-minute break. So if anybody has any questions, please ask. She's here to answer. Anybody got any questions? Okay, we have a question.
Yes. Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Because it's the higher bill. It's the higher. Mm, Well, for me, the goal is to pay them. Don't pay the minimum on none of them. Like pay higher than the minimum. Don't just pay the minimum because when you pay minimum, it's not really affecting anything. You see what I'm saying? But the highest, I guess, with Avalanche, it's like the focus is on the higher interest one because when the interest comes in, it's going to be a higher rate. So, say if you, I'll use, I know with my personal experiences with, what is that, Capital One. Okay, now say I paid $25, right? Now that's the minimum. When I was getting charged interest, it was $15. So just think about it like that. If I'm getting charged $15 for the interest, that means I'm only paying $10. So when my bill comes up, say if my bill was a total of $300, I've only paid $10 now. So now I'm at $290. But but it went back up. It didn't go. It went back up to $15. I paid them 15 and I paid 10. So I only went down 10, but I'm getting charged 25. You see what I'm saying? Well, not charged with 25. I'm paying 25, but the interest is 15%. So Avalanche is like you want to get the higher interest ones paid down first, but you want to also be able to pay. pay if you have extra, right? That you already planned out for what you're going to spend, right? For that card, all your cards listed. But I always say if you have extra, put on that high interest card because you want that paid down fast. Because every month, just think about it, that interest is coming. That's a You can go ahead and call that a fixed. It's coming. It's not changing. When they fix that interest, it's coming. So think of it like that way. You're welcome. Anyone else?
I also have that credit card. So like my bill, like 25, I normally send 50 a month anyway
Mm-hmm.
and pay it off whatever.
Yeah. So even if you double it, that helps pay it down too. Because they always think about the interest. The interest is what gets everybody. They think they're paying, if I pay the minimum, oh, it's going to go down $25. It's not going down $25. Okay? Put more on the principal. Like even with, if you have a mortgage payment, it'll tell you, do you want to put more on principal? Because it'll go towards, I'm telling you, if you look at the spending and you see how much is actually being, it'll break it down to tell you principal is what you're putting towards the bill. Interest is going to their pocket. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to that because that is you'll stay in debt forever. Because when I did my Capital One, you know how long it took me to pay off a $300 credit card because I didn't know nothing about it. I'm like, I'm steady paying $25, going down 10 for $300. How many months is that? I done paid them well over that $300. Then I got banked. They probably made 1,000. I paid 3. Right. So they made a $700 profit off of me. So they profited off of what you're doing. When you don't pay attention, when people don't know, you don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Now with that, is certain cards that will. Oh, you got to do research on credit cards. I advise people do credit card research. That's true. Yeah. Now I agree with you. I say don't get a credit card if you're not gonna. You have to. You have to pay it on time. Credit, y'all. Credit is more power than money. Okay, it's way more power than money. I mean, people don't talk about, it, but that's true. If you have credit, you will get doors open for you. You even know you're gonna get open for you. But like you said, if you're not gonna pay the payment on time, y'all, that will hurt your credit so bad. It will, I mean, crush your credit. So we want to make sure that we pay our credit cards. If you get them, but if you can't, if you know you're not gonna pay it, I advise you don't get it. I'd rather you not have a credit card than have a credit card and not pay it, because that would affect you more. Even with when I got my house, the lady told me, she said, if you don't pay nothing else, you pay this house. That's what the lawyer told me. She said, because that will cut your credit down. One missed payment, oh, it's gone. So if nothing else, if you don't see that you're gonna pay for it, don't get it. I'd rather you not. Anybody else?
I have one question. So with and I can testify that what Sarah's saying is so true because in the past couple of years I've been paying the same thing like Prophet was saying, paying double or for me paying even more, and my credit is just constantly over the past few years just steadily increasing. And then like she said, a lot of perks do open up to you, and I mean it's really crazy. But I want to ask you this about the car payment. So how do you do that? Do you just pay the minimum on that, or should you try to work to pay? Does that work the same way?
Yes. So you should pay if you pay the car payment and you always put money towards the principal. If they have the option, it might tell you like you can put more money towards the principal. Or you tell them like, hey, you call them after you pay the payment. Like if you have extra money, say I want to put it towards the principal, not the interest.
What I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying is, do you just pay the what you owe, or do you treat that like as credit?
You
And
treat it
pay
like it's
much
credit.
more? Okay.
Because once you get that, so once you pay it, pay attention to the bill after. Okay, watch the increase. If it fluctuate, pay attention to the numbers because that's where it's at. Because you can say, okay, if you don't pay extra towards the principal, that's why I said principal versus interest. Interest is what they make. So say if you're paying $500, that's your payment, right? The next month, say if your whole bill was $20,000, you paid 500. it probably went to, let's see, 30% or whatever percentage went to principal and whatever percentage went to interest. So they made money, but your bill only shifted for the principal amount, not the interest amount. You see what I'm saying? So the principal went to them. No, I'm sorry, the interest went to them, but the bill only shifted with principal. So that's why you got to pay attention to the numbers, because you could be paying something for years that you could have paid down in, you know what I'm saying, in a couple of years instead of 20 years, you could have paid it down. But because they don't explain principal and interest, it's like you got to watch those numbers. Numbers are important.
We have an online question from Tanya Martin. She says, I want to know how the Acorn app works and the benefits of it.
Okay, so the Acorn app works is you download it and you link your account, your bank account or whatever account that you want to link to it. And now what it does, you can choose to be the person that invests the money, or you can have the app do it for you. But you choose how much money you want to save. You can do it every month. You can choose how much you want to send the app every month, every week. I think it's or daily, something like that. And you can also, Acorn also does roundups. So what roundups are is, like, say you spent $5.55, they'll put the roundup, like the 45 cent to make it to the next dollar, the 45 cent to your account. So it's steady taking the money. So the benefits of it is when you need, when you for me, when you need the money, it's already there and it's easily accessed. You can easily take that money out. It's not going to charge you to take the money out. You can, but you have to do it in a timely manner because it does take a while for the money to come back in your account. But it's just a helpful tool to help you save money. And if you treat it like a bill, it's like, okay, Acorn going to take $5 out of my account. Usually, if you have something automatically set up, you don't pay attention to it, and by the time the end of the month, now you got $20 saved up that you didn't know you already. You know what I'm saying? That it came out. And like I said, it's a self investment. It's a self investment app. So it does it itself. So it invests the money. You could make money off it, you could not, but you'll still keep that same money that you already invested in it, not losing anything from it, unless you choose the option to do different investments. But it's an investment app. No. Well, you keep. Mm, it just, well, it just keeps your money. Like it's like a placeholder for your money, and it's like I said, it's a self investing app, so it invests whatever it wants to. You can tell it to invest in whatever the app chooses to, or you can do it. You can tell the app that I want to choose what I want to invest in. hmm Yes, there is a fee. At first, I think it's a $3 monthly fee. But by the end of the month, it doesn't come out of your Acorn account. It comes out of your account that you set up with. So you'll see a monthly subscription of $3. That's the plan I have now. I can't remember if it started off free because it's been so long, but I know now that I pay $3 a month. But $3 ain't nothing compared to you saving $1,000 in one year. So $3, what, times 12 is what? 36? 20? Oh Lord, I can't even count. 36. Okay, I was right. So Teresa, you had a question?
Making paying all the bills, but I was paying more on it, right? And then when I got my statement for that next month, the regular amount I was paying, the regular amount was three something, right? And I paid an extra 100 on it, right? So when the statement had come for that next month, besides the bill was gonna be three something a month, they boosted up to 400 a month. And I couldn't understand that.
You should have called them credit card people. Like, what happened?
I did.
What they say?
They explained to me some kind of way, but anyway, I didn't do it like that no more. I just pay what I supposed to, but I didn't pay an extra 100. I pay like 50 more. And then when the bill came that next month,
It went
bill
down?
stayed- yeah.
Right. Now, sometimes I'll say with that situation, I would reach out to the credit card company to see what happened because it shouldn't increase like that.
Yeah. And
It
it's
shoulda
a-
went
it's a-
down.
It's a good name brand credit card. That's why,
Yeah, and some
deal
people,
with them.
and I always say, y'all, please pay attention to like all whatever it says it's gonna do because also there's sometimes they have like annual fees too with credit cards, hidden fees, annual fees, and and trust me, they're gonna get their money. Okay, I had a credit card, y'all. I didn't use it for a year, but guess what I got? That annual fee. So some credit cards do have an annual fee, but like I said, if that happens, I would reach out to the credit card company to see what's going on with my money because it shouldn't go up if I'm paying extra. Yeah, like I say, just call a lawyer. All right, y'all. Any more questions? All right.
All right, wasn't that good? Okay, and with all the questions, like you need to do that again and again and again. Oh, we thank God for Sarah. Amen. That was awesome. She has handouts available. So please, please, please pick up you a handout before you leave out today. And let's keep up with our finances. Let's be good stewards over what God is doing. Amen. All right. So we do have a few minutes. We are gonna break. And then get ready for our next growth session with Reverend Linda Boodle.